Good evening, everyone. Welcome to December 9th, 2025 legislative session of the town of Ossining. Rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Councilmember Meyer,
Present.
Councilmember Manicchio,
Here.
Councilmember Phil
Here.
Councilmember White.
Present.
All right, so tonight we have three different public hearings. The first one will be the public hearing approval of the cable television franchisee renewal agreement between the town of Ossining and Cablevision of Ossining LP. If there's any comments that anybody would like to do in this public hearing?
Frank Oliva from Cablevision is here and can address the board briefly about the process to get to this point, as well as an overview of the contract.
Very nice to see you.
Yes, good to see you again. So thank you for having me this evening. The town attorney indicated, my name is Frank Oliva. I'm the Senior Director of Government Affairs for Optimum Communications. We own and operate Cablevision of Ossining LP. So the agreement before the board tonight for this public hearing is largely based off of the existing agreement, which expired in April. Since that time, we've been negotiating the terms of the renewal and operating under a temporary operating authority, which is consistent with the PSC regulations. Essentially, we've been honoring the existing contract while we've been negotiating. Just by way of background, in New York State, the process is that the locality, the town, village, or city negotiates the franchise, receives the financial benefits of the franchise, and it is co-franchisor with the Public Service Commission, who certifies the franchises, and that's when it becomes effective. The service area of the contract covers all of the unincorporated parts of the town, not the villages within the town. They have separate agreements. With respect to the village of Ossining, we have taken both contracts, and essentially because of the overlap between the two communities have created substantially similar agreements, receiving similar benefits for both communities. One of the things that we do is consideration for the use of the public right-of-way, which is where our system operates. We provide 5% of our gross cable revenue to the town as a franchise fee. That is the maximum allowed under federal law. And it is the most expansive definition of cable revenue allowed under the law as well. The contract also contemplates the system capabilities of our cable system, again, which is largely governed by federal law. It creates the indemnification process. It has the insurance limits for liability insurance. It also allows for certain records to be reviewed by the town at certain times, which are confidential records, to ensure that we're carrying out our obligations accordingly. It also allows for a grant to be paid to the town for the public education and government access channel. That's really the nuts and bolts of it. I'm happy to answer any questions that the board may have, that the public may have.
I do appreciate the grants that come back to help us get our meetings onto television, to have better interaction with the community. And I do know that it's your grant and tax money that helps us provide this access for our community. So thank you for that. And we are glad that we have come to a good place. Thank you for recapping everything.
Absolutely, and we're happy to be partners in the town. We have our Optimum store here. We sponsor the high school robotics team. We're excited to be again partners with the town and the residents with the town and the village.
And the robotics team does thank you.
Yes, we love them very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The second public hearing we have tonight is,
Can we just
oh,
just
apologize.
confirm there's no one from the public that wishes to
Yeah, apologize. No. Okay,
And then we'll just have a motion to close the public hearing.
thank you. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The second public hearing we have tonight is the 2026 Cabaret license, the Brackliff Manor Restaurant. If I'm seeing anybody on public, is there anybody online that would like to speak in regard of this public hearing?
While we're bringing the member of the public in, I just want to bring to the board's attention that the hours that the applicant is requesting have amplified music largely comply with the code's requirements, with the exception of Thursday evenings, where the applicant is seeking amplified music until 12 a.m. midnight. Whereas the code's general standard is 11 p.m. Now, the code does allow the town board to modify and extend that hour. So it's not something that doesn't comply with the code. There just has to be an additional finding by the board that it's appropriate under these circumstances.
And what was our agreement last year?
It was 11 o'clock on Thursday.
Thank you.
Mr. Perry, you are allowed to speak now.
Oh, hello. Good evening, everyone. Excuse me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
So what we did this year was, what I believe, the same as the year before and the years prior to that. We had the 12 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and 11 p.m. on the other nights. Last year, there was a change when the Cabaret license came to us, and we reached out to the town. Excuse me. We reached out to the town at that point and brought it to their attention that there was there was a change that we weren't aware of. So we would respectfully request to stay back to 12. It only happens about once or twice a year at most, but it's something that would be helpful in our business.
Okay, what particular event triggers or just a wedding that happens on a Thursday?
Correct. It could be a Thursday evening wedding, which we do about a dozen of them a year, and it's usually a discounted wedding, but still people enjoy to be able to party. Usually, to be truthful, we probably end at 11:30 on average because we do a 6 p.m. ceremony and 6:30 to 11:30 reception. So, but having that 12 gives us the flexibility to do that.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Perry, for explaining.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Is there anybody that would like to speak or comment on this public hearing? Do I have a motion to close the public hearing on the Brackliff Manor Restaurant?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The third public hearing we have tonight is the 2026 Cabaret license, Crotonville Owner LLC. Not seeing anybody in the public on regard of this public hearing. Do we have anybody online that would like to speak? No. Are there any comments on the board?
The hours being proposed by this applicant are consistent with and generally less than what the code permits.
And this is it's under Crotonville, but this is at the new Windrose Hotel, correct? So aren't really any neighbors anyway. So, okay. All right, are there?
Thank you. Is there anybody online? No. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing on the Crotonville Owner LLC?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Departmental reports. We have two different departmental reports tonight. The first one's going to be the Parks Foreman, Mario Villard.
Good evening, everyone. How's it going? How's everybody?
Good.
Good. Cold. Let it snow, right? Since my last update in September, we were continuing with our regular daily schedule of ball fields, cutting grass, cleaning bathrooms and rentals. Projects we were working on, we were wrapping up the addition of adding the 50-70 field on the harder field. That now holds a 50-70 field and a 60-90. Right after that, we planted mums around the 9/11 monuments for the 9/11 ceremony. Sod we cut out from the harder field. Got to make the infield shorter. Repurposed it and put it along the hillside on the tennis court where we did all the drainage. It worked out well, came in very nice. Patched up and resurfaced the upper courts at Ryder with Sealmaster. It's a company where they send out a rep, rent the equipment from them, and we do the work alongside with the rep. So at Ryder now, with the other court we redid, we have 2 tennis courts, 5 pickleball courts, basketball court, and the batting cage, which all get used quite a bit. Pickleball is very popular. It's fun to watch. Larry gets mad because that's all I hear is the wiffle ball. Ding, ding, ding. We did crack sealing for the first time this year. We did all our parking lots, including Dale Cemetery, to a certain point. We got our seal machine working, and we seal coated all of Ryder Park. We helped with foundations for the monuments at the cemetery. Going into October, we started mulching leaves. Still dealing with our ball fields, garbage, and bathrooms. Cleaned the upper parking lot at Ryder Park. Basically, we use as our yard and holding our equipment and materials. We were able to move all of our stuff just behind, everybody's been to Ryder Park, just behind the bins we have. So nothing is actually in the parking lot anymore. We put down millings and used mafia blocks as a border. Underneath the storage shed we have up there, and just next to it, we cleared out a spot. We paved them, both areas, just because going in there with the tracks and stuff, every time you move around, the millings get all messed up. Now on the side of the storage shed, we're able to tuck our all our spreaders and plows so they're not out in the parking lot. The highway helped us with the paving, their trucks and a couple guys, and then also helped them with a patch in their parking lot that they had to do. We did our confined spacing and our confined space training and our pest training. Also, thank you for the approval of the purchase. I just saw that getting drawing, so to help us dig trenches a little more safely. Regraded the hillside above the new playground at Ryder. It was getting washed out after us seeding it and after we put the playground in, obviously. We ended up doing a drainage swale, and we actually laid down sod because the heavy rain we were getting, it was just washing it right. So worked out pretty good. It came in nice. Cut a tree that fell at Dale Cemetery on Halloween that was blocking the road. Going into November, we continued with the mulching of the leaves. I've said it before, the previous years in the fall, like mulching is just so much easier. It's our fall seasons go by quick. We did use the battery operated machines. They're not as powerful as the gas ones, but they work. They do their job. They do really well.
They were adequate.
Yeah, no. We cleaned out all our gutters that we have on the pavilions, the caretaker's house, our shop, winterized all the bathrooms and sprinklers. The fields pretty much ended the second week of November. Took out the docks. We just built 2 foul poles for Gerlach Park. That's the project we're working on now. Each foul pole would have cost like $5,000 plus delivery. So just under $2,000, we were able to buy all the material. Mark and I welded them up. We haven't installed them yet, so depending on the weather, see if we can install them. Last week we started digging out all the fence posts, all the old fence, taking it down. We also dug the drainage swale that runs behind the field along the aqueduct up against the what is that, Waterview side. Last time it was done, I believe it was came to form, it was like 11, 12 years ago.
So that's an existing?
Yeah. So it runs basically from like the corner of the parking lot behind the field out to like above the S turn. We only really did or behind the field now just so the fence, because the fence not being there, it's easier for us to get the machine in. We had enough material, pipe, and riprap to actually just do the 300 feet around the field.
Nice.
Oh, we'll see what the weather does. We have to continue. It's maybe like another 100 feet. I'll figure it out and we'll talk about it in the meeting tomorrow, but it's like another 100 feet to actually get to the wood line. we'll have to buy that material. The fence guys they started the baselines, the annual bidder. We had to get the cemetery excavator, jackhammer, hit rock. So the big poles, the 30-foot poles, have to go at least 6 feet in the ground. So we had a jackhammer instead of brought someone in. Mark yesterday and today was breaking rock. And that's it. We're trying to do as much as we can. The weather, I mean, it's getting cold, so the concrete work, I don't know right now if it's going to get done. So there might be a delay in the spring with that field opening up in April, but we'll see. We're still going at it because it's more like digging holes and just getting everything ready. So we'll see what the weather does. We're ready for snow. We got our plows and spreaders all working. The rest of this winter too, we'll be servicing our equipment, working on some picnic tables, restoring them. We'd like to clean up and organize our dump area at Cedar Lane. Hopefully mill some wood, order supplies for the spring, and just get everything ready for spring.
My colleagues.
Thank you.
Mary.
Thank you. The next departmental report we have is Highway and Cemetery Superintendent Peter P. Connolly. Apologize, P.
All worse. No. Good evening, everybody. Did you leave me anything? Talk about? No. All right. So in September, we completed all the roadway line painting and symbols, bike lane symbols, stop bars. Also in September, we started our annual cleaning of the town's catch basins. We're required to do 20% of the 600. We hit a little snag this year because the truck we usually rent broke down on the way to us, and we never got to use it. And went into leaf season, but we made the quota, so we're in good shape with that. As Mario mentioned, we had training sessions at Cedar Lanes Arts Center for pest-related topics and trench shoring. We continue to cut roadside brush and grass, finishing up just a couple of weeks ago, even though it's bitter cold right now. We had a sanitary sewer backup in the area of 8 Minkle Road, which we cleared right away. All the proper authorities were notified, and we continue with the cleaning of the hotspots in our sanitary sewer system every month. We did some catch basin and storm drain repairs on Stormytown Road there at Gansett, and right outside our highway office. We had a storm drain there that collapsed, and we fixed that and repaved the parking area. Of course, roadside loose pickup of leaves began on October 20th. This will continue to the end of the year, weather permitting. We made at least 3 passes through the entire town. And right now we're just hitting spots here and there, that people put out late or finally got around to doing their yards with contractors or whatever. So this is a 10-week schedule, and takes up most of our crew every day over those 10 weeks if nothing else happens. And of course, after January 1st, all yard waste must be in paper bags. So vehicles not used for leaf pickup were prepared for snow removal about 2 weeks ago. The others that we still need for leaves, we transition back and forth into the end of leaf season if snow is predicted. So that's a day's work in itself with some of the larger trucks. We continue with roadway repairs after water main breaks, which were on North Circle and Lakeville Drive a couple of weeks ago. And of course, we always continue with the weekly yard waste pickup, vehicle repairs, and roadway sweeping. That's all on the highway department side. At Dale Cemetery, we've had 52 interments to date so far this year. The staff continue with grass cutting and leaf removal over the last quarter here. grave sites where recent burials were held, were filled in with topsoil and seeded. As Mario mentioned, he gave us a hand during a high windstorm in November. A large oak tree limb came down. Really, it was the size of a tree, and it blocked the entire road near Section 3. So, being too dangerous to remove the limb at that time because of the high winds, I didn't know if something else was going to come down. We closed the cemetery, and the limb was removed the next morning by 11 o'clock. On September 23rd, someone was racing through the cemetery and struck 3 headstones in Section 5, causing $6,810 worth of damage to those stones. After much back and forth with the party's insurance company, and Diana's been working on that a lot, we are awaiting reimbursement for the repairs, and we will notify a monument company to come in and take care of those issues. The seasonal water lines at both Dale and Sparta cemeteries were winterized and turned off in November. Our monument foundation orders are up to date with next spring. As Mario mentioned, it's too cold now to pour concrete, so looking at next spring for those orders. And Stewart Preservation again came to Dale and Sparta cemeteries and repaired 54 monuments during October. So we did one in Sparta, and the other 53 were in Dale this year. That's all I have.
Keep up the good work. You think we can get all of our people to mulch their leaves? Won't have to pick them up anymore?
Be nice.
Probably not. It would be good.
Be nice. Yeah. Yep. We'll try.
It's nice to know that the electric equipment can handle it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we'll do a push to see how many people want to try that out.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for doing a good job. I didn't get any phone calls.
No?
I don't know if you got
Or
for
leave?
Hey, nobody came to get my leaves yet.
Yeah, we get them. No, we get them.
You get them?
But oh yeah.
Well, nobody made it up to our office.
We don't forget they're out there. But again, it's a 10-week process, and takes time. You can't be on every road. There's 85 roads in the town, so you can't be there all the time. So, but we get them, weather permitting. So, okay.
Thank you very
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, Pete. Supervisor and town board announcements.
Okay. New federal eligibility requirements have taken effect for that program. Please reach out to the Department of Social Services by calling 914-995 for any assistance you may need while navigating these new changes. Sustainable Westchester has informed us the Westchester Power and Renewable Energy Program has been discontinued at the end of this year. Starting with this month's utility bill, customers who have not taken action will be returned to Con Edison as their default supplier of electricity. For questions about the Westchester Power Program or to learn more about Westchester's wide-ranging services, email info@sustainablewestchester.org or call 914-242-4725, extension 120. Baker Collier Christmas Cheer Fund is returning for its 110th year. All donations go solely to the purchase of food. Sustainably fill as many baskets as possible. For more information, please visit www.thebakercollierchristmascheerfund.com. It's a real great community effort where the firemen and the community work together, Acme, and provide baskets for, I think it was 40 families last year, and the need is probably even. Windrose on Hudson will be hosting Hops on the Hudson Holiday Market on December 13th, 14th, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. hopsonhudson.com for more information. The Market Square menorah lighting will be happening on Wednesday, December 17th at 6 p.m. Come join us for music, latkes, and lighting of the menorah. Village Recreation Department will be hosting the Special Needs Kids Holiday Night Out on December 7th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. The program will give our special needs population and their caretakers the opportunity to participate in holiday activities. Please register at thevillageofossining.org. Dorat's Aging Alone Together is coming to the Ossining Community Center on Thursday, December 18th, 10 a.m. This information session is designed for individuals to build community as they learn, discuss, and reflect on the social and logistical changes of aging with independence. For more information, please visit doratusa.org. Project Mover e-bikes will be removed for the winter on Friday, December 19th. Get your rides in. The Ossining Farmers Market will be closing for the winter. It will close down on December 27th and reopen on May 2nd. Town and Village inauguration of elected officials will be held on Thursday, January 1st at 12 noon in the Joseph G. Caputo Community Center. Join us. Remember that Neighbors Link is a great source of information and community source for our immigrant population. Their website at www.neighborslink.org. The public library has many events, including craft events, meditation, tutoring, yoga, book clubs, and more. Their website at ossininglibrary.org. More information. The Loft LGBTQ+ Community Center has everything, events and programs, resources and presentations dedicated to providing support to everybody who is a part of the LGBT community, including many virtual and in-person support groups, clubs for a multitude of different topics. Check out their website at loftgaycenter.org for more information. And the Ossining Boat Club Toy Drive is ongoing. There are many places to drop new unwrapped toys. Area includes OVAC, Fire Department Headquarters, Barduzio's Deli, Chatham Yacht Club, the Boat Club, Mike Risco Music, and more. Information you can at obc.org. And I'm going to leave it to Angelo to talk about the Candy Cane Run on the 21st, I believe.
Sunday, the 21st, the schedule should be out. I don't know if it's been circulated yet.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen it. I was just looking for it, but definitely on the 21st, so look out for that information coming out.
Okay, so Santa, fire trucks, OVAC will be coming around, handing out candy canes, and they have a whole schedule that they will post on exactly when they expect in your neighborhood. It's not always exact. That's what I have. My colleagues have anything else? Okay.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Those
Thank
who
you.
celebrate. Starting on the 15th, correct? 14th.
Thank you. Public comment on agenda items. Visitor shall be accorded 1 4-minute opportunity to address the board on any of the resolutions of the agenda. Do you have anybody online that would like to speak? Board resolutions, approval of minutes, November 25, 2025, result that the Town Board of Town of Ossining hereby approves the November 25, 2025 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of voucher detail report. Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Ossining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated December 9th, 2025 in the amount of $1,131,654.58. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adoption of the 2026 budget. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby approves the 2026 budget for the Town of Ossining. Total appropriations for the 2026 entire Town 100 Fund are $6,627,657. Total appropriations for the unincorporated 200 Area Fund are $4,831,457. And total appropriations for the Highway Fund 310 Fund are $3,364,358. Total appropriations for the Water and Sewer Funds are $494,093. The total appropriations for the Fire Light Refuse Funds are $1,741,697. Total appropriations for the Ambulance District are $1,459,894. And total appropriations for the Cemetery Fund are $562,308. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Martha, Dale, and Liz, and everybody else, and the board, and all of the department heads, thank you for working together. Get this responsible budget. it takes a team and dedicated department heads who really keep an eye on everything that they're doing and find ways to do it in frugal fashions, but responsible ways. I appreciate each and every one of you for helping to create this, and
Cable franchisee renewal agreement with Cable Vision of Ossining LP. Whereas on May 27, 2025, the town board opened a duly noticed public hearing to consider a 5-year renewal agreement with Cable Vision of Ossining LP Cable Vision to continue to provide cable services to residents and businesses in the unincorporated town of Ossining, which public hearing was adjourned to subsequent town board meetings until the draft contracts could be complete, which will now occur until Cablevision finalize a contract with the Village of Ossining. And whereas the draft contract with the town was completed and made available to the public, and continuation of the public hearing held on Tuesday, December 9, 2025, and the members of the public having the opportunity to attend and be heard. The town board closes the public hearing on December 9, 2025, and now therefore be resolved, the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into a 5-year renewal agreement with Cablevision of Ossining LP, with the town having the right to exercise an option for a 5-year extension, and with Cablevision providing the town with a public education and governmental PEG grant equal to $1 per subscriber per month for the 5-year term to be paid in quarterly annual installments. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
favor?
Aye.
Contract Millennium Strategies LLC resolved that the town board of Town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign an agreement with Millennium Strategies LLC, 25 Smith Street, Suite 401, Naniat, New York, 10954, for the only ground consulting service for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Favor?
Aye.
Participation Agreement, NYS Municipal Workers' Compensation Alliance, resolved that the town board of Town of Ossining authorizes the town supervisor to sign a participation agreement with the NYS Municipal Workers' Compensation Alliance for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Favor?
Aye.
Lease agreement, the Leasing USA INC resolved that the town board of Town of Ossining authorizes the town supervisors to sign a 60-month lease agreement with Padian Leasing USA INC, Milford, Connecticut, for the postage and folding machine for the municipal building. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contract Senior Citizen Taxi Service resolved that the town board of Town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign a contract with the following taxi cab operator to participate in the Senior Citizen Taxi Service Program, Express Taxi INC. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right, the taxi companies go up until March of 2026. So this person is not just until like 2 weeks before the year ends. This is all the way until March 2026.
Thank you, Martha, for the clarification. Call for the public hearing, Maya Riviera Bar and Restaurant Cabaret license for 2026. Resolved that the town board of the Town of Ossining hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, January 13, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. at the Bristol Falcon Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, Ossining, New York, 10562, and via Zoom, which information will be available on the Town of Ossining website in the matter of the 2026 Cabaret license for the Maya Riviera Bar Restaurant, 518 North State Road in Briarcliff Manor, New York, 10510. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Monthly report resolved that the town board of Town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for the month of November 2025. Dale Cemetery, Supervisor's Office, Tax Receiver, and Town Clerk. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Visitor recognition. Visitors shall be accorded 1 4-minute opportunity to address the board on issues not related to the agenda, but relevant to the common good of the town. Not seeing nobody in the public. Do we have anybody online? Is there an executive session?
Pending litigation.
Do I have a motion to adjourn to executive session for pending litigation?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Staying warm. Thankfully, the storm coming tomorrow will be rain. Fingers crossed. For those who are going to celebrate Hanukkah, I wish you a happy Festival of Lights. And we will see you on the 16th at 16 Croton Avenue. Thank you and have a good night.